Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. It is Liv Loves Literature, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I swore up and down I had already talked about on the channel, but turns out I never have talked about it explicitly and given it its own video, which it so deserves, and that is my favorite black romances. I also felt like I hadn't read enough black romances to really fill the video with all the juice and tea that it needs. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna get to talking because, and of course I have to go get my laptop, y'all. Be right back. We're gonna start, let's see, should I have been more organized with this? Yes. We're gonna start YA and innocent, and then we're gonna get more tea. We're gonna get more tea as we go on. Okay, let's see how that works out. So first we're gonna start off, oh wait, I forgot a book. I'm so sorry, y'all. With the most innocent book, which is Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry by Joya Goffney. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Yeah, so I read this last year, I think, and this is a black girl who is in love with this white boy, and she has a journal full of things that, like, she keeps lists of things. Yeah, she keeps lists of, like, boys she'd like to kiss and, like, just stuff like that, like, you know, like little high school stuff. But the journal goes missing, and she thinks this dude, pretty sure his name is Carter. Yep. She thinks this dude is Carter, that Carter knows where to find the journal. Obviously, it's been a while since I read this, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm butchering this so bad. It was good. Like, it wasn't groundbreaking, but I feel like it's a cute little black romance. Like, look at the cover, you know, look at the material. Look at the material. We have Blackout. This is a, this is an anthology. An anthology is a collection of short stories, from my understanding, or just a collection of stories. But anyways, it has stories from Danielle Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Angie Thomas, Ashley Woodfolk, and Nicola Yoon. Okay, there are some star-studded authors here. I'm sure you've heard of Angie Thomas, Nicola Yoon, probably Tiffany D. Jackson, and Danielle Clayton. I believe I've read books by 1, 2, 3, 4 of these authors, you know, individually. And yeah, I bought this from the book fair in 2023 because I thought it was gorgeous. I was really surprised they even had this. And it's called Blackout. I think they're in New York. And there's literally a blackout. Like, there is a blackout, the city goes dark, and it's like 6 different romances. And like, yeah, there's queer romance, there's second chance romance, there's a ton of different romances that are going on. And it's all taking place in the same universe, and then they all end up at this party at the end. And it's like super cool. Like, I would definitely read this again. It was, yeah, it was very, very cool and very heartwarming, and I love to see so many different representations of black love in one little book. So, yeah, it was cool. Okay, next we have 24 Seconds From Now by Jason Reynolds. This is a signed edition, by the way. Exactly. And that's real, like, that's like real. It's real. But anyways, I read this one like 2 months ago. This is not my most recent read, but probably the second most recent read of all these books. But yeah, I love Jason Reynolds. If you don't know who Jason Reynolds is, he wrote All American Boys. He wrote Long Way Down. He wrote the Ghost series, which is what I know him for. I feel it even has a review from Judy Bloom on the back, which is super cool. Which is like, it's funny because you know, if you have Netflix or if you are on social media, you know that Judy Blume's book Forever has been reimagined as a Black romance and it's a Netflix series. And so it's funny that this is kind of like that. Like, this is basically, if you liked Forever, you will like this. Oh, that just gave me a video idea. Anyways, if you liked Forever, then you will like this. Very cute. And like I said, literally co-signed by Judy Blume herself, who wrote Forever. But anyways, yeah, this is actually why it is third on the list instead of first, because as you're noticing, Jason Reynolds writes more like for younger audiences, but this is definitely more young adult. This is about two teenagers that are about to be intimate for the first time, and he handles the scenario really well. It is not explicit, it is not vulgar. If it wasn't like spelled out to you, you really don't know what's going on, because still to this day I'm like, this could be about something totally different. It could be about him using a toothbrush for the first time. It was very like, it's vague enough to where you don't really know what's going on, but it's also like detailed enough to where as an adult I can kind of figure it out. Hello. But yeah, it was so cute. Like, it was actually so cute. Look how big the word, like, it's definitely like, yes. This book could start great conversation. If you want to start that conversation with a young person, then yeah, this will be great. Next, we're gonna talk about The Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I totally forgot that this was by Elizabeth Acevedo. Elizabeth Acevedo wrote The Poet X with The Fire on High. So this girl, she is Afro-Latina. She's Afro-Latina, and I actually read this for school. I had seen this before. I read this for college. I actually already had the book though, because I saw it and thought it was interesting. So low-key, when I got into my group, I was like, yeah, let's choose this book, guys. Like, it was on the list. I was like, let's choose this book. I already got it. So that's why it's tabbed up, because I don't typically annotate. But anyways, this girl, she is a baby mother. No, she has a child. And so she's learning how to co-parent with the child's father. And then she also wants to go to culinary school. So she's kind of like trying to get her grades up and trying to, you know, make sure that she stays on point in school. Where are we in the story? Are we in I feel like we're in Harlem or something. But yeah, she gets pregnant freshman year. And yeah, she basically, like, you know, she knows she has to provide for her daughter, but she's kind of like, I don't really know if culinary school is in my future, because, you know, I'm a mother. A mamacita? Mommy? But anyways, she's like, it's the way, I don't even watch Love Island, child. I don't even watch it. And that's how impactful this season has been. Like, it's low-key is making me want to watch it. But anyways, she meets this new guy. I want to even say her baby father's name is Carter. I'm noticing Carter is a very popular name for a black male in books. And I'm like, okay. But put this forth because I felt like, you know, teen pregnancy might be something that people might be, oh my gosh, about, you know, whatever. So, I don't know. Anyways, next we finally have Before I Let Go, and This Could Be Us. So I'm so mad at myself because I could have had the third one here already read with you. Okay, so let's just input a picture of the third one. Ding. Anyways, this series, if you're in the book world, I know you've heard of it. It has crossed boundaries, okay, by Kennedy Ryan. Kennedy Ryan is a very good author, very good. I dipped my toe into multiple of her series, okay. I've dipped my toe into her Hoops series, which is about basketball. I've dipped my toe into her, Kingmaker series. I read all of those, and also this Skyland something, because I know the area that they live in is called Skyland. This one, Before I Let Go, you probably have definitely read. Yeah, this one is about a divorced couple, and obviously they find their way back to each other. That is not a spoiler. That's like obvious. Like, hello, like what else could happen in the book? But yeah, so it's about Yasmin and Josiah. Very mixed reviews about this book, but I really liked it. I didn't like cry and feel like emotionally torn apart like a lot of people did. It was triggering, and I would assume this is, oh yeah, we've crossed into adults territory, by the way. These are adult level, not young adult. Very spicy, not as spicy. So this could be us. And let's see, our main character is Soledad. By the way, all 3 books are about a group, a trio of friends. So this is the first friend, this is the second friend, and the third one that just came out last month, about a girl named Hendrix. That's the third friend. I will be reading that soon, hopefully. But anyways, this woman is getting a divorce, got divorced, whatever. Her husband sucks. We can tell that from this one. But yeah, and they have like 3 kids together, so they're like navigating that. She is also Afro-Latina, I'm pretty sure. If she's even black at all, I don't even remember. I don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. But yeah. Then she meets someone named Judah Cross. So Judah Cross is actually involved in her husband's case somehow. So that's what's so tea about it. That's what's so tea. It's like, girl, are you about to move on with someone who your husband definitely doesn't like? I don't know. But yeah, this one was more so about healing and just finding that peace within yourself, and was less about spicy spice. So, you know, just know that going in, there are different vibes. But yeah, I really like this series, and I plan to complete it, obviously. Okay, next. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, we're doing it right now. We're doing it. Okay, next is The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. I'm smiling so much because this book is what made me get my groove back, y'all. I have been in a bit of, I haven't been in a slump. I've been reading fan fiction, but like, I haven't been wanting to pick up novels. Okay, I'm a teacher, it's summertime, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been on Instagram and YouTube more than I've been reading, okay? Because I've been in my you know, as if you're a teacher, if to my teachers out there, I'm talking to you. When you finally get a break, you spend the first few days, or in this case, because it's summer, the first few weeks, like rotting away, because you're like, I can finally rot and unselfishly only think about me. So anyways, that's what I've been doing. But I went to the bookstore with a friend, and we both got the same book. We both got this book. She actually saw it first. Okay, well, I already knew about this book, of course, because I'm tapped into the book world, period. It's actually on my list on my Kindle, but I haven't pulled the trigger to buy it. But she actually saw us at the bookstore. She was like, this looks so cute. I was like, so crazy, that book has been on my list. So we both bought it, and this was the only book that I bought. So that's why I didn't get the third book in this series, but I will get it. But anyways, this was so cute, y'all. I didn't rate it 5 stars just because it didn't like blow me away, but I almost did, and that shows you how cute it was. It really jump-started me back. Plus, I love the colors. It's so cute. Anyways, let's talk about it. So Lily and Nick. Oh, I mean, I did just read it the other day. So if I didn't remember the names, but it wouldn't be the first time. It would not be the first time. But anyways, so Lily and Nick. So Lily's kind of shy. She's bookish. When I read that at the top, I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm getting it. For sure. I love when the main character is shy and bookish. Like, that is, yes. But anyways, girl, pull it together. But anyways, yeah, she's shy and bookish, and she's kind of awkward, and she's working as an editor in a publishing whatever. So we're in New York City, of course. She's working as an editor for this chick that's like low-key crazy and lame named Edith. And so she's kind of, you know, her life is in. But anyway, she is obsessed with this fantasy series called The Elves of Ceridon. Yeah, she's obsessed with this fantasy series. And she finds that, but the author has like disappeared off the face of the earth. She loves this series right here. Here's a little picture of the book. But yeah, she loves this series, and she's like, well, yeah. So she finds herself emailing the author, which is like so real. She finds herself emailing the author, And then he actually gets it and responds. So then we get to his perspective. The first like third of the book is told in email, which I think is so cool. I think it's very, very cute. Yeah, it's literally 60 pages. So yeah, and then so that's definitely not, that's way less than a third because the book is like 385 pages. But anyways, I'm not a math teacher. But excuse me, y'all. I had to burp. But anyways, so yeah, I feel like I've dragged this on so long. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so excited. I'm trying to like keep like my thoughts in my brain and have them exit through my mouth. She emails the author. He emails back. They start emailing back and forth. They start to basically catch feelings for each other over email, which is like so real, like so real. But anyways, but then they schedule a FaceTime date, and he's like, oh wait, no, I can't. Oh, okay. It does say this on the back. So he ghosts her basically. He's like, I'm not who you think I am, which you'll figure out why he says that. But anyways, lo and behold, he moves into her apartment complex because he was traveling around the world. So that's why they're emailing back and forth. But then he moves to New York, and not only does he move to New York, but he moves in the same exact apartment complex, but a few doors down. Isn't that crazy? So now they're neighbors. So then she's crushing on him, he's crushing on her, but they don't know who each other is. What? They don't know their true identities. They don't know that they've already been emailing for a year straight. Like, they didn't even know that. So, of course, chaos ensues. And it was very good. It was very good. Not really too spicy, but spicier than I thought it was going to be, but still, like, less spicy, too. Like, it's the spice is definitely less than the first book in this series. It's less than this one, but about equal to this one, I feel. So, in case you want to know, because to be honest with you, I don't need the book doesn't have to have spice. But here's the thing, sometimes it works with the plot. Like, sometimes it works with the plot and it just makes sense. But a lot of the times, you authors out there, yeah, I'm talking to you, a lot of the times it does not even go with the plot. Like, you just threw it in there and the characters are just doing what I'm sorry, call me a prude, but I don't really like it all the time. Like, it does too much sometimes. Okay, that's it for our physical books. Next, we're going to talk about the books that I've only read on my Kindle. Well, actually, no, the last series, well, we're actually going to move into series. Okay, we're going to talk about series that I've read on my Kindle. Minus the last series I'm going to talk about. I do own it physically, but there are like 13 books in the series. You should probably already know what I'm talking about, just for the fact, if you've been watching my channel from the beginning, you should know what I'm going to say last. But anyways, let's move on to Kimberly Brown. Kimberly Brown. Let's talk about Kimberly Brown. We're going to do basically author spotlights right now. So, yes, Kimberly Brown. I've read several Kimberly Brown books. I read, in this order too, Something in My Heart. Yeah, I think that was the first Kimberly Brown I read. Maybe, I don't remember. I read Something in My Heart. I've read Rhythms Blues, and then I've read the Giroux family series, okay? But I really want to hone in on the Giroux family series. I'm sure that you've seen some Kimberly Brown. I think Rhythms Blues is like her like the book that I see people with the most. It was good. It wasn't anything like to go crazy about. But here is the series that I want to talk about, the Giroux family series. I've talked about this series before. I've talked about this series multiple times on this channel because it's 5 books, and so I've read them kind of like, I've spaced them out over the past few months. But anyways, it's a series. There are 5 siblings. See, I feel like I've explained this a million times because I have. It's a series. There are 5 siblings, okay? Each sibling gets their own love story, gets their own book. First, we started off with Jameson, okay? Jameson is a doctor. He finds love, and he finds love. Then the next one is Cartel. Cartel is kind of a bad boy. He's kind of a little bit rough and tough, if you can't tell by his name being Cartel, okay? Next we have Walker. Walker is the player, okay? Next we have Elena. Yeah, Elena? I think it's Elena. Next we have, Elena. okay? She's the only girl. She's the princess of the family. Something traumatic happened to her, so she moved away, and now she's moved back, and then chaos ensues. And then last, we have Reese, okay? Reese is the baby boy. He is the, like, charismatic one, the one who flirts with older women, okay? Yeah. I love this series because it is so family oriented. Like it feels like a family. Like they are a family, and I love that. Like with each new partner that gets added, it's like you get to see them all at the family functions in each book, and like everyone, like you get to see past couples like getting married and having babies. You also get to see that in the Giroux family wedding series, which I actually haven't read. But it's basically a novella about the weddings of each of the characters, because you don't really get to see the wedding in depth, but she creates a series, so you can tell she loves this series because she's just feeding us. She is just really feeding us. But yeah, so there's 5 little novellas in that series about the 5 different weddings with the 5 different siblings. And yeah, it's honestly, it is worth your time. You should read it. Yeah, we need to talk more about Kimberly Brown. We gotta talk more about my girl Kimberly Brown, because y'all are not giving these books a chance. I have not seen anybody talk about this series on the web, and that's a problem. Anyways, I low-key want to read like her like urban fiction series. Okay. Next, I want to talk. Oh, as far as the spice, heavily spicy. I will say that, heavily spicy. Some books spicier than others. There is occasional violence in some of the series. I will say definitely in book 2. In book 2 and also book 5, there's definitely some violence involved. Yeah, there's definitely some violence involved. So yeah, check out her stuff, y'all. Read some Kimberly Brown. Okay, so next I want to talk about Nina. Hi, Nina. I've actually interacted with this author on Instagram, and she is so sweet. Love her down. Specifically about the Teachers of Hardwood High. So this series is not finished. She actually just had a book come out last month. So there are 3 books in this series now. X plus E, B plus J, and P plus B. What I love is that she like, yeah, I just love the creativity of the titles, and it's teachers in the same school, by the way, that are coupling up. So it's very cool, very much like Abbott. Like if you like Abbott Elementary, you gonna like this. The first one, no, I'd say the most recent one that just came out is my favorite, actually. Definitely is something like a plot twist in that book that I was not expecting, because it is not mentioned in the blurb, which I absolutely love. I hate when the plot twist is mentioned in the blurb. I feel like that's too much. But yeah, just read it, okay? It is good. It is good. But yeah, it's Black teachers in the same high school who are coupling together, and I love it. The first one is Xavier and Essence. He is actually a brand new teacher. He's like military, and she is a pretty experienced teacher. He's English and she's math, I want to say. Yeah, and then I think that, yeah, they're both divorced with kids. In this second one, I think Janae is Essence's teacher bestie, and with the love interest, they had something going on like 3 years ago, but then like he ghosted her or something, or yeah. I think this is, yeah, and I think he's the assistant principal too. So like they got something going on. I don't remember. I didn't really love this one. This one I think is probably my least favorite, but I mean, they're all worth the read. They all will give you a little something. And then yeah, this third one is Priest. Priest is one of the coaches, and Bentley is a first-year teacher. So yeah, it has an age gap. I don't really like age gaps. Y'all already know that. I don't really like age gaps. He's, I think, 35 and she's 24. So I'm like, girl. But you know, to everybody you know, everybody's so creative. Everyone's so different. Everybody's so different. So yeah, you know, I'm able to get past that. The next book is going to be about Ebony. You see Ebony in the series. And yeah, she's actually going to couple with someone who does not work at Hardwood High, because I'm like, yeah, at a certain point it's going to get unrealistic. If every single teacher is dating another teacher, like, you're going to run out of teachers. So yeah, okay, it's going to be about Ebony and Tyler. He's a vet. Okay. And what I really like about it, I'm pretty sure these first 3 books are taking place in the same school year at the same time. I know for sure the first book and the third book are taking place at the same time, because we can see what's happening with the other characters while reading through the perspective of these new characters. So that's really, really cool. What's also even cooler is that this series and her other series are in the same world, which is like so cool. Like, it makes sense for each book to be in the same world, but for both of your series to be in the same world, crazy work. Love Under Contract, Love Undercover, and then Love from Scratch, and then Love Undercover. And what's crazy is that 2 of the teachers who worked at Hardwood High left before the series began. So yeah, I can tell that I think these were her first ever books, actually. I tried reading Love Under Contract, but I wasn't in the mood for it, so I actually haven't read this series. But anyways, 2 of the teachers who used to work at Hardwood High, they are the love interest in this series. So they leave teaching to marry millionaires, which is very cool. But then, like, they give back to the school. So I thought that was really, really, really interesting how her series are, like, connected in the same world. So yeah, I've talked enough about that. Last but not least, you should already know what I'm about to say. I'll wait. But anyways, yeah, it is definitely Ashley Antoinette's Ethic and Butterfly series. How did you think I was gonna let a video about Black romance pass and not mention my girl Ashley? Now, let me preface this. Oh, by the way, the spice in these books, pretty spicy. Anyways, Ashley Antoinette. So she writes like urban fiction. So it technically is not in the romance category, but what moves the plot along is the romance and not really the like bang bang, the shoot 'em up, the I'm selling drugs aspect of it. You know, like that's not really the main focus of it. If someone does end up doing that, it's because, well, and that's also not really the focus of this particular series. I think the duology that I read, the Lux duology, and then I haven't read the Prada Plan, but I need to. I think those 2 are more so about like scheming and whatever and like the drug life, especially the Lux duology. That low-key had me traumatized. But Ethic and Butterfly, especially Butterfly, is heavy romance and family and trying to, you know, build that. So yeah, let's talk about it. So you first have to read, if you want to get into her world at all, you must read Moth to a Flame. And this is definitely not a romance, so you prepare to be traumatized. I have a whole video on this though. Like I have a whole, like I talked my butt off in this video. So I mean, in that video and this video. But yeah, you really need to watch that. You really need to watch that to discover the order. But it is, when I tell you, I'm so tempted to read it again right now, and it's only been a year. Like, I'm waiting impatiently for her to come out with the last book in the Butterfly series. I follow her on Instagram, and I know she's like working on it. I've interacted with her on Instagram too. But anyways, I know she's working on it. But I'm just like, girl, like, I can't take it anymore. Honestly, low-key, I think I will reread, if she announces that it's coming out, I will reread the series because, 1, I want to, but 2, I need everything, I need my memory to be refreshed because there is so much drama and trauma in this series. I'm so serious. Trigger warnings. Anything that could trigger you, it happens. Sexual assault, sexual abuse, sexual harassment, drug abuse, violence, murder, crime, like anything that you can think of, it happens in this series. Why do I love it? Because it's so real, it's so raw, and it really teaches you a lot of life lessons. Like, F around and find out. That's basically what this series teaches you. And the characters, they do a lot of finding out. So, and it's just the way that the world is so small and how karma can come around to get you. And also about forgiveness and family. It's just wow. What a moment. But yeah, anyways, that's really it, y'all. I know I've talked to death, but these black romance is something that should be celebrated. This is black and black, like black male, black female characters, in case you're wondering. And yeah, those are some of my favorite black romances. I hope you saw something that you liked. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video.